Hello and welcome to episode 23 of the Throwback podcast. I'm here with my guy, Ginger Shaq. How are we doing?
I'm great.
Dabbing on him early.
Dabbing on him.
Bit of a special episode, this one. Yeah, see? Number 23. We're going to cover some things. Firstly, the All-Star game was last night in the US, this morning in the UK. Let's start with skills challenge. Sabonis won.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice for the Pacers to get some kind of silverware, I guess, or, you know.
I like Sabonis, actually, though. I
do like him. Like, I think I really liked him in OKC. I think that's arguably going to go on one of the top 10 most cocked up trades is when they traded Oladipo and Sabonis.
Yeah. Sabonis has been great, especially with everything that's kind of gone on there at the Pacers. He's kind of stepped up, been playing well. 3-point contest. What do you say, Steph?
I mean, you doff your hat, don't you?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's just another one of them, isn't it? Like, he's just the best 3-point shooter ever. Dunk contest, I fancied Obi Toppin. Obi didn't take it. It was... forgot his name.
Cassius Stanley.
Yes, Cassius Stanley from the Trailblazers. Is that right? Is it the Trailblazers?
I don't know. He does play for the Trailblazers, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty underwhelming. I think everything was a little bit rushed, wasn't it, with it all being on one day?
I mean, the thing is, like, we spoke about it on the pod before, about how much we kind of enjoy All-Star. Shout out to my main man, Marky, for being the one that had the breaking news with the jerseys.
Mm. Yeah,
power to the fresh. I mean, we'll get on to them. But I think All-Star, at the end of the day, it was through together. It wasn't great. They've done the best they could. So, your skills players were, and the skills contest, they were basically guys that were in the All-Star game, and they're the same again with the 3-point contest, which is them kind of making the best of both worlds. They're trying to, do what they can. The dunk contest, I was like just holding out hope, like consistently.
Yeah.
The fact they only named 3 dunkers.
Yeah, I know. I thought there was going to
be like WWE style entrance, Zach LaVine.
Yeah,
but it never happened.
No, it was a bit underwhelming. It was all a little bit underwhelming. Even the game was a little bit underwhelming. The jerseys, as we spoke about, I found a pic randomly. I was looking online for something else, and just a post had been put up on a blog on the furthest depths of the internet that I've clicked on, and it was just by chance that it was these pictures of the All-Star game. So I put them on Instagram, and then they've gone from Instagram to Twitter, from Twitter to Facebook, from Facebook all over the internet. Hoop Central used the pictures. Everywhere used these pictures, which is a bit crazy.
But the serious question is, though, Mark, you broke the internet. You didn't put a champagne glass on your ass crack.
No.
Because that got you banned off the internet.
Yeah.
But how many people credited you? Because this is like one of my biggest bugbears in life.
Yeah.
Like credit's where you get your stuff from. I've seen it happen to so many massive content creators that I call friends. It happened to Mo Muncy. He got his stuff stole by House of Highlights, and it's just like
frustrating.
You know what I mean? Give a bit of props to the smaller guy. Let's not mess around. Not particularly a small guy. You got Instagram's 20+K.
Yeah.
Big time, but it's still not the 2.6, the 3.6 million of overtime and.
Yeah, that was the frustration.
Yeah.
Some people did credit me, especially on Twitter. some people in the media who used it, some pages, but like your big pages like Hoop Central, like it was on. Who else was it on? Open Court, is that one? Open Court used the pictures. And no, I didn't get no credit. But the fact that I could just get it out there, and that was enough for me. Do you know what I mean? Being a Jersey page, and that's what I should be doing anyway. That's kind of half my job. So in doing that, so that was enough for me. And do you know what? They got a lot of shit.
Right. And they're nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Last night when I seen them, the authentics, they look great. Even like the yellow one I wasn't too keen on. I was like, nah, neither here, neither there. I wasn't really bothered. But when the blue one I thought was nice because it did, like I'd put on one of my posts, it reminded me of that late 80s Pacers jersey. And I think that's what they were going for because it should have been in Indiana. But yeah, the blue one was nice and the yellow one was really nice. So after seeing them last night, I was quite impressed. I don't know what your thoughts were. What did you like?
I mean, when the post kind of like first came out, I was like, I'm trying not to get too excited. I generally just like All-Star jerseys. I only think there's been 1 year recently where they really, really, really cocked it. And that was Adidas's last year when it was in, I want to say LA. I want to say I might be wrong, or New Orleans. It was one of the two, but they were just a bit shit.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean? They were nice. I liked the blue. Obviously, as a Bulls fan, devastated that couldn't cop a Zach LaVine jersey.
Yeah,
but equally, hopefully, all intents and purposes, he's an all-star next year, and he can go and throw down and destroy whatever and whoever in that shitty industrial hellhole we call Cleveland.
Yes. Anyway, so that was that. That was the All-Star game was uneven.
I mean, it wasn't though, was it?
What do you mean?
Well, obviously, we have to talk about Philly Barbergate.
No.
You really think I'm gonna sit on a pod with one of the most well-known Sixers fans and just glaze over the fact that your boy Jolie Embiid and Ben the Fresh Prince Simmons decided that their fade needed to be 1 point?
Hey, but come on. Was I with the gang? Because this fade's pretty on point. This is only 2 days old. That's possibly when they got their haircut. Anyway, I've had the vaccine, so I'm good. I'm good.
I'm going to get you one of them backwards bikes, mate, because fuck me, you're backpedaling.
Moving on. Yeah, I know, silly. And you know what? It funny as well at the same time because they've rested all weekend. So I'm good with that. They've had the rest. So I'm happy. They had a couple of days off.
I reckon they're just like, this is a good idea, mate. Like, we both go, Rona. Like, we're being safe.
Yeah, for sure.
And you are until you find out that your barber is significantly
riddled.
Rona'd.
Yeah, considerably riddled with Rona, and then everything changes. The Giannis was MVP. Again, the format, first 3 quarters are terrible. The fourth quarter is okay, but it's all still a little bit mad for me. Still, obviously, all the stuff for charity is brilliant. The money that goes to charity is brilliant. It's a little bit more competitive in the fourth quarter, but not competitive enough for me. Everybody's dabbing each other and everybody's friendly. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit more old school, but it's just a bit boring. And then Giannis won MVP, and that was the end of that, really.
He can add that to his accolade. So, I mean, that's probably him, if not already solidified a Hall of Fame spot.
Yeah.
You put in a DPOY, couple of MVPs, an All-Star MVP. Nike marketing team are probably putting together a jersey to go for his MVP, DPOY, All-Star MVP, Greek Freaky jersey.
You've already done it. Breaking news, obviously, to yesterday was Blake Griffin going to the Nets. Blake Griffin is clapped anyway, so I didn't see that as a big deal.
What is it? What is it with just everyone in the East? It's just do you know what I mean? Ain't even asked, mate. Blake Griffin, mate, he's trash. Man ain't dunked since he was
12.
Still with a Kardashian.
Yeah, but anyway, he's gone there. Nobody's asked. LeBron, there's obviously the first look at the full Space Jam Toon Squad kit. Yeah.
Which is awful.
Yeah. He's number 6, as seen on the shorts, which is a little...
This pissed me off, right, Mark? I'm going to be honest with you. Because they released jerseys less than a year ago.
And
with James on the back of it. 1, they're not the jerseys, right? And 2, it's James 23.
I know.
But that's just unfair on the consumer, to be fair.
Yeah, it's shocking.
I mean, it's just massively unfair. There's kids out there that would have been gassed out, got a Space Jam jersey, going to go watch it. I guarantee the jersey comes out just before the film.
I know. And the other thing is, them jerseys, people were buying them and reselling them, trying to make money on those jerseys like the people have with the Kobe's or whatever. And now they're just going to decrease in value because they're not even the jersey from the movie. Frustrating for everybody, really. And like you say, bit of a money making scam in a way. But hey, here we are. What we are going to talk about though is the number 23, as you just mentioned. As it's episode 23, we're going to do a little...
These segues are shit out of the minute, aren't they?
I know. We're going to kind of look at players, the 2 obviously most famous number 23s in NBA history, LeBron and Jordan, and we're going to ask the question...
Just don't.
I'm not going to say who's the better one.
No, it's not even that. It's the disrespect of introducing LeBron first.
No, I'm not. I'm not introducing anybody first.
You said LeBron and Jordan.
I had to... No, yeah. So, who...
It's like saying Deck and Ant.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to ask who is the best, but who's your favourite player out of Jordan and LeBron? Who's your favourite?
Obviously, Michael Jordan is my favourite player of all time.
Yeah.
But I am not naive enough to ignore the fact that I am appreciating greatness in seeing LeBron James win a championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers, seeing, that whole sort of Heatles phase. And then obviously now he's sort of gone to his I'm going to wear gold jerseys, I'm going to win rings phase. Supercharged with the Los Angeles Fakers. I appreciate seeing LeBron. It is going to be one of them things. In a few years' time, like we've said before, people will talk about the likes of Zion, and we'll be like, is Zion the most athletic player ever? Yeah, we didn't see a prime LeBron.
Yeah.
It's worth noting that LeBron is still throwing down while you've got Zion. LeBron was drafted while Zion was sucking on a titty.
Yeah.
So let's throw some respect on that name.
Yeah. So
lines you didn't expect to be in the podcast sucking on a titty, wasn't it?
Never.
I just want to apologize to Stu in advance if your son is listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
I apologize.
See, my thoughts on LeBron and Jordan is I'll never kind of go, one's better than the other. I've seen more of LeBron than I have of Jordan. And my thought process always is, if I'm starting a team and not mentioning the other 4 players who are in that team, if I'm starting a team, I'm picking LeBron first because I've seen him do things with players who are absolutely terrible and drag them along on his own. And I've never seen Michael Jordan do that.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say on that. Like, I've never seen Michael Jordan get that Cavs team, that even the Cavs team before he went to Miami with Anderson, Varejao, and who else was in it? Drew Gooden. Although Drew Gooden was a decent player. It was a pants team, and LeBron got them to the finals. And
I mean, to be fair, let's not mess around here. Like, if we wanted to make this a LeBron versus Jordan, like, we probably would. We want the clicks on YouTube, so you're probably going to title it episode 23, LBJ versus MJ. Like, it's going to get clicks. It should get high views. People are going to make it think it's controversial. Let's just appreciate greatness. Let's just appreciate the fact that, do you know what I mean? Like, there's never going to be a bigger star in the league than Michael Jordan, regardless of what we say. Like, it's impossible. The man transcended a sport. LeBron James has done all of the things for me that Michael Jordan didn't. He spoke out on injustice. He's looking after the future generations. Yes, Michael Jordan is doing that now. Michael Jordan was a charitable guy, but it's worth noting that Michael Jordan was generally a bit of an arsehole.
Yeah.
Like, in respect
on the court,
like, you know, how he's portrayed. But maybe that's just his mentality. You never know. You know.
But yeah,
if I ever interview him one day, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But looking at that, you've just got to appreciate what you've got. I've done a podcast a few years ago. We've both been on their pod, the on-court, off-court. We talked about the GOAT, you know, and it was something that was covered. And they took a whole different aspect. They asked for it to be off-the-court, culture, fashion. And I still have to say, you know what, like 10 out of 10 for Jordan on-court, 10 out of 10 for off-court culture, and probably a solid 7 out of 10 for what I believe is you know, cultural and is sort of is morals at the time of playing. Whereas LeBron, the I Promise School and everything he's done for charity.
LeBron's never put a foot wrong, has he? The only all his career off court, he's married, he's a family man, he does a lot for charity. I'm sure he's had women throwing themselves at him since he was 18, 17. Like, and he's never, the only thing that kind of put a mark next to his name was probably the decision in regards to LeBron.
Yeah, or what I would say the only thing that kind of sort of lit people up a little bit and they got a little bit upset was obviously everything to do with the NBA and China.
Yes.
He didn't really speak out about that. You know, he was quick enough to kind of, you know, fight for social justice in his own country. But there was people that viewed he should have made a statement sort of on China. But equally, maybe he didn't feel like he was knowledgeable enough to get involved in that. Whatever. I'm not going to judge one of the greatest basketball players in the world because he's done more good than, you know, when you line it up in figures, he's done a hell of a lot of good. And he is generally, for all intents and purposes, a bloody good man.
Definitely, 1,000,000%. Couldn't agree more.
And nobody would say no to having him on their team. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, definitely not. So now we go on to what it's all about, being the Throwback podcast, being Jersey related. We're going to do our top 5 favourite Jordan jerseys, our top 5 favourite LeBron jerseys, number 23. Obviously, LeBron wore some Miami jerseys. Jordan wore the 45, the 12, but we're sticking with the number 23. I can go first.
Crack on.
So, obviously, the pictures will come up if you're watching on YouTube. So, we'll start with Jordan. I've gone for the first one is the 96 pinstripe black pinstripe jersey, which is iconic. One of probably the most popular jerseys in NBA history. That
Beautiful.
one.
Just pure beauty. Yep, agreed.
The second one I've gone for was same year, I think. Yeah, 96 All-Star game, chili pepper jersey.
Yeah, okay. Right, yeah.
Like that one. Third one, the one you've shown at the beginning. The red and black, number 23.
Just the classic, like the lower writing.
Yeah.
Like it's
amazing. Amazing jersey.
And it's from the Throwback store.
Yes. The most popular jersey in NBA history, I'd say.
Yeah. Most recognizable as well.
Yes, definitely. See, my fourth one is a little bit of a curveball. It's his home white rookie jersey, which is the Bulls in like small red lettering and then the small number 23 on the side.
Yeah.
Which is forgotten about in a lot of ways because everybody always remembers the Chicago with the joined up writing from his rookie season.
Yeah. Which is that is one of mine.
Which is one of mine in itself.
That is one of the jerseys I don't have. I don't have a scripture Chicago jersey. I very nearly pulled the plug. I think at one point you had a Lol Deng on the Throwback store, and I missed out on that. But it's iconic, historic jersey.
Definitely. And my fifth one is another bit of a curveball, really. Is the home Wizards jersey with the 9/11 patch, which is just kind of that jersey where I remember being in school and like the jerseys kind of come back on sale because Jordan had come back, so the Wizards jerseys were kind of everywhere at that time. And I remember just a kid who didn't really like basketball, who was in my school, and he come in the white jersey. And I remember a couple of days later, I watched the game it was on Sky Sports at the time, and I remember seeing Jordan with the 9/11 patch, and I didn't really understand what it was, why they wore it, and then looked into it. And yeah, so they're my five. You'll see the pictures anyway. What have you gone for?
So obviously one of mine is the red Chicago scripture.
Yeah.
Rookie season. I'm gonna a little bit like yourself in terms of there is an All-Star jersey in there, so it's the 91 All-Star jersey.
Is that the white one or the blue one? The white one.
White one, I want to say.
Yeah.
But the blue one as well is also in there. That's one of the top 5.
Yeah. So that was 19. Let me see. The 91 was the white one. Yeah, the 91's the white one. And I think it was the 90. Was it the 94? Was it the 94? 95, 93. It was.
So there's that one.
93.
So that's 3. The North Carolina.
Yeah, of course.
No messing. It's iconic. So that's obviously 4. And the 5th one was obviously I wanted to be a little bit different to yourself because I had the pinstripe is always going to be in the top 5. I debated a couple. I was going to be a little bit cheeky and try and argue the original Jordan brand All-Star jerseys with the large bull on the front. And I was like, can't really get away with that.
No.
MJ never wore it. And then I was like, I might just try and slip in a Jordan 92 USA jersey. I was like, you're going to let me have that one?
No, can't have that.
I am going to have to go with the Last Dance jersey in terms of white. The OG home that I've got, the home whites, with the Larry O'Brien trophy replacing the logoman. So
yes, brilliant.
Big fan of that one.
I like it. solid picks, and a lot of, and that was the thing kind of when I looked into it, because I thought LeBron's obviously had 2 stints at the Cavs. The NBA changes jerseys so often now. I thought you're not going to struggle for LeBron jerseys, but for Jordan jerseys, he was at the Bulls. The Bulls stuck to red and the white one pretty much throughout his career. Obviously,
he probably only really wore, maybe 6 different jerseys in the entirety of being a Bull. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got the black without the pinstripe, and then you've got the black with the pinstripe.
Then you've got the red, then you've got the white, then you've got the rookie, which is a little bit different. The 2 rookies, and that's probably it.
Yeah.
Moving on to LeBron, I'll start with his rookie jersey. His white rookie jersey is just. It's just I remember him coming in the league and everybody kind of not knowing how he was going to be, if he was going to be the real deal, and then just, you soon realised that you was dealing with something
greatness, really,
really special. The second one is a bit of a curveball. It was when Shaq went to the Cavs and he wore, I think they had this jersey again. They kind of recycled it, and it's the blue Cavs jersey, like when Mark Price used to play for them. So it's blue with the
Not a massive fan of it. I didn't really like that Cavs logo. But I appreciate it.
Yeah. I've gone for that one as number 2. Number 3 was the scripted Christmas Day jersey when they played the Warriors, which is an iconic game as a whole, not just the jersey, but the game was a little bit iconic, those Christmas Day games between the Cavs and the Warriors. Number 4 was not one of my favourite jerseys, but iconic in its own way, the block in the finals, the sleeved jersey with the big C. I remember being in Jamaica watching that game. Crazy scenes, and obviously they went on to win it. And my 5th is the Mamba jersey, the Lakers Mamba jersey. Love that they went on to win the championship. It would have been nice if they won it in that jersey, but just the respect that was shown by the team, loved that. That is my. I could have done 15 for LeBron, to be honest with you.
Really?
There's been so many. Think how many Christmas Day jerseys there's been.
Yeah, like there's a couple. Like out of your 5, there's a couple that I haven't expected, and I would have expected potentially, but they may be in mine. Yeah. So the first one I've gone for is the one I own, which is the only time I'll probably ever own a Cavs jersey.
I was going to go for that one. That was one of the other ones.
Just a big fan of that, like rookie Navy. Sorry, not rookie Navy. I think it was first MVP season.
Yes,
sort of Navy.
It was.
I love that one. I'm a big fan of Navy Cavs jerseys. I love the ones when that kind of the Kyrie, Kevin Love, LeBron era, just Cavs.
Yeah.
I like them. The second one I'm going to go for is, again, a bit like yourself, is the iconic Mamba jersey. Is the iconic Mamba jersey. It's got to be. The third one is, again, another Lakers jersey. I'm going to have to go with just the Lakers gold.
Yeah.
Like, I think in years to come, that jersey will equally be seen as much as a Bryant 24, a Shaq 32, Shaq 34, sorry. Them kind of jerseys, I think it's going to be iconic. It's probably the most sold jersey.
Yeah.
To be fair. The next one we're going to go for as well is, and I was a bit shocked you never had any in yours, was LeBron All-Star jersey. So
many.
I'm going 2015, Brooklyn.
Was that the grey one?
No, it was white. They're either white or black, so it was just white. With it was in Brooklyn. Yeah, clean. That for me, and Did
it have like the star there and NYC under it? Was it that one?
Yeah. And they had like the nicest coaches' jackets, like warm-up jackets, like for that.
Yeah.
So I was a big fan of that. So that's 4. I think it's 4. Yeah, it's 4. And the 5th one is probably the year after, just because of the iconic photo, which was the All-Star game in Toronto.
Oh,
the Drake. So you had the white and the blue, and then you've got Kobe in the red and the white. And I've got a Kobe, and then obviously Drake kind of stood up in the crowd jacket. So so for me, for that one, like if you're talking, it was obviously hard because I think some of LeBron's nicest jerseys were at the Miami Heat.
Yeah,
the white hot, the white Heat, the L Heat, like the military one, just all of them, man. Like, but there was certainly a couple of Christmas Day jerseys, that the Scripture ones particularly, that I was like, I was a big fan of them Adidas Scripture.
Yeah,
and the Cavs were lucky enough to get a couple. So I was a big fan of them. So that's my 5. Yeah.
Great jerseys overall. I think a lot of iconic jerseys that in the future, if the throwback store's still around, these will be the jerseys that people even now are looking for these jerseys. Obviously, I've got a couple of gold LeBrons on the throwback store now. I've got a lot of different LeBrons at the moment, but I think in years to come, the likes of the Mamba jersey is always going to be worth a fortune. It's always going to be difficult to get a hold of. And the Christmas Day jerseys always fly out when I get them in. So,
to be fair, we're never going to see a Mamba 23.
No,
because he wasn't at the Lakers when they originally wore it.
Yeah,
you could only really buy a Lonzo Ball or a Kobe, and that was an authentic. And then when they re-released it on Mamba Day, it was just a Bryant, wasn't it? It was just Bryant. So that jersey, just to clarify for people, if you do see a LeBron Mamba jersey, it isn't real. It was never released.
Or it's a game worn.
And if it's game worn, then good fucking
look.
Well done. Like, well done.
Yeah, exactly that.
Well done.
Yeah. That was nice going through that. The last question I'll hit you with, which is a little bit, it's off the subject of LeBron and Jordan, but who is your favourite player that wears number 23 that isn't LeBron or Jordan? I can go first.
Crack on. I believe you're wearing it.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
It's 33. I was going. Well, it's a sore subject, really, and it is. Lou Will is my favourite player who wears the number 23 now that isn't LeBron or Jordan. Lou Will, when he was at the Sixers, was one of my favourite players. He's gone on to have an unbelievable career. Hooper, give him the ball anywhere, he can make a shot. So yeah, Lou Will, for me, number 23, that's my guy.
I was in two minds. It was either going to be Draymond or the one I have gone for, which is the man, the myth, the brow. I'm stretching it a little bit because he doesn't wear it at present, but he did wear it for the Pels. I think I've always found, like, with 23, you've got to take some balls to wear it, ain't you?
Yeah. The other one with me that was close was Jimmy Butler. They were the two. It was
So I debated the Jimmy Butler. I debated because obviously he was 23 in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I did think about it, and I was like, I don't recognize him as a 23. Like, he's covering the base on most of them numbers. He's been 21, he's been 22, he's been 23.
He was 23 at the Sixers. Right. So that was
Was he 23 at the Sixers?
Yeah. That was my.
I don't know why. I thought he was 22. Don't know why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
But no, but a big. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Probably Anthony Davis or
Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah. Big love for Jimmy Buckets. You know what I mean? He's a former Bull. Top guy.
Big love for Jimmy Buckets. So we'll go on to questions, which we've got.
Go.
The first I'm going to hit up was one that Rich Barrett sent me. He sent me this about a month ago, but because he sent it me on WhatsApp as opposed to I'll normally look on Twitter, Instagram, or I'll look under the comments on the YouTube video to see what questions. So I completely.
Well, he just wanted to flex, didn't he? To be like, I've got the Throwbacks number, so I send my questions direct.
That's what it is, yeah. Straight to source, no middleman. And it was, who is the starting 5 all time with the worst hairdos?
So I reckon we just remove positions and we just name 5 players. We take it in turn. Someone has to take the last spot. Okay. Agreed?
Yeah. I'll go first because I've got one in my head, and you probably, when I say it, you'll go, oh my God, but they're probably what Carlos Boozer when he
was going to be the first one I was going to say.
When he coloured his head in.
Sharpie lad.
He just coloured his head in. I don't know what he was thinking. Just coloured his head in with a Sharpie. So that was my number 1.
Boozer. Fair enough. The next one for me has to be Larry Bird, doesn't it?
Oh, I loved Larry.
That haircut was bouffing.
Yeah, I know. I loved Larry Bird.
He's probably the best player ever with the worst haircut.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're probably right. Trae Young.
I feel like we're going in on Trae Young's hair a lot.
I know. Well, he needs it off, doesn't he?
2 pods in a row. Just commit, mate. I'll say it again, Trey. You might have a lovely shaped head, and if you don't, I won't worry, mate. You're a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Trae
Young. Okay. I'm gonna go, and I hate saying it because I love it. Is Caruso.
Oh, Caruso. Follically challenged, guys. This is what we're dealing with here. Follically challenged.
They spread the floor almost as much as their hairline spread. You know what I mean?
His forehead is that big. It starts at the back of his head. It starts here, his forehead.
The thing is, Caruso's been rocking
head.
He's been rocking a COVID cut since he got drafted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Shocking. And number 5. Number 5. Do you know? I was going to go in on LeBron and say, LeBron, you need to do it as well. You need to get rid. But going way back, I'm going to go for Clyde Drexler with his kind of, when it started going, and he was just, again, he just looked like an old man. He just looked old when he was at the Rockets, and then eventually he shaved it. It's probably when he was at the Blazers, actually, and he was just kind of a bit like LeBron, but then he got rid. So you've got to respect that. But Clyde the Glide, when he was receding, should have gone earlier. Should have committed earlier.
At times we have to make a reference to Elfrid Payton's hair.
Shocking. Kurt Rambis as well.
Kurt Rambis, man. That guy is the nerdiest looking Don I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he could have been in there. Could have done a starting 20 with bad hairdos, really.
Yeah, for sure. Because we've obviously got the sharpest cuts known for man. One's bold and the other one does his own hair, but a grand job of it.
I don't know. Yeah. What you said. Moving on. Next question. Melvi has fired over. I think he was a little bit. I think he sent this with a little bit of anger in his heart, because the question was, who are your all-time snub players, all-star snub players, I think it is. So guys that should have but never made it to an all-star game.
This was just Booker infused, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And then Booker got obviously added to the game. So he was obviously crying over Booker, and then Booker ended up not playing anyway.
Bit like the 2 Sixers boys.
Yeah. Talking of COVID cuts, the 2 Sixers boys, all-star snub players. I can't really think back.
It's a hard one because I feel like when you think of a good player, I'm going to say somewhere.
Bradley Beal last year was the first player to average more than 30 points and not be in the All-Star game. Which
all right,
that's got to be in there, hasn't it? That's kind of like a record.
If you put it out to the community, 80% of people are going to tell you that all Magic players are snubbed. Obviously the biggest snub this year for everyone that we all know about, because obviously Viva La Beantown, was the fact that Brad Stevens wasn't selected in the dunk contest, 3-point contest, All-Star starting lineup, All-Star captain, and also Hall of Fame captain of the year of the All-Star Worlds.
Yeah.
Because he's a Celtic.
There was that. I'm sure over the years there's been loads, but I can't really remember.
Dame for years. Dame just kept missing out on All-Star games.
Yeah.
But then it just inspired him, didn't it? He just got
better.
Rage. Like, he just, if I was a Blazers fan, I'd be like, buzzing because he got in the game, but then I'd be like, you've snubbed Dame. We're locking up a 4th spot.
Yeah.
Because he just went on a rampage.
But you
could probably say his teammate is CJ McCollum.
Yeah, and if you go back, you look at players now who weren't really just underappreciated players who kind of people who only ended up with one All-Star appearance. Do you know what I mean? When you look back and you go, wait a minute, they were brilliant. But that year when there was practically all the Hawks team in the All-Star game, I'm sure there was better players that year. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But I'm sure there's
the fact that when Jeff Teague retires, he'll be called an All-Star is a travesty to the world, because he's an absolute pelmet.
Bell chip. So obviously he was crying over Booker Melvey. So we tried, but I'm just gonna go Lillard and Beal, and I don't know. I'm sure there's so many good point guards now. Probably back in the day, there probably wasn't people that missed out as much as there is now, because I think the quality of team and the quality of player is so much higher now.
And it's a lot more of a public thing. It's a process. Obviously, the biggest one is the fact that the world united for Zaza Pachulia, and he never got his All-Star nod.
Yeah.
So
I hate Zaza. Dickhead. Anyway, just a dirty player, wasn't he? Just a dirty player. Jordan Dawson Watson, that is the most confusing name I've ever read. Jordan Dawson Watson asks, what are your favourite All-Star Weekend moments from a player from your team?
Jordan free throw line dunk.
Yeah.
Where do we begin? Jordan and Kobe, the first All-Star game they played together.
Yeah.
Iverson
wearing the Dr. J jersey. I think it was the 2000 or the 2001 with the number 6.
Yeah. Derrick Rose refusing to dance while everyone else got introduced.
Brilliant. Just not my team, but when Gilbert Arenas ran out at half-time in the last, I think it was the 2007, the Vegas All-Star game, and jumped off the trampoline and went through his legs and dunked it, randomly, just because somebody bet him $1,000 to do it.
Gilbert gonna do what Gilbert gonna do, man.
Yeah, but my favourite from one of my. He's probably Iverson won a couple of All-Star Game MVP awards, but you got Dr. J in the dunk contest as well. It's a big one.
Well, in terms of All-Star moments, we are very lucky in terms of being Bulls and Sixers fans.
Yeah.
It could suck. You could be like a Pacers fan or something.
Feel like you're giving.
Where it's just like do you remember that?
I feel like you're going in on the Pacers like I do on the Celtics and the Knicks. I feel like that's.
Oh no, because it's just obviously a shame, innit? Because they had an All-Star this year, and they had Oladipo, and it's been nice for them. But historically, what is there for All-Star weekend? Like Glenn Robinson III winning the dunk contest.
Fred Jones won it once.
You know what I mean?
Just saying. And last question is from Sam Blake, and he asks, "What's in your drinks bottle this week, Mark?" Meaning from the last podcast. It was bleach. I was drinking bleach. So, yeah, that is that.
Jesus. But can we just take a moment to congratulate Sam Blake on becoming a father again?
Yes,
he's going to be a dad, isn't he?
Yeah, I did see that.
So
nice.
we're gonna have a new member of the Throwback Store pod family.
Yeah, and these generations, like Stu's got a little lad, Sam's got a little lad. I think Melvy's got kids as well. So yeah, like these generations of throwback pod listeners are getting younger and younger. So we do probably need to keep the language.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, that's a good fucking point.
So, question of the week, I think is probably going to be Rich Barrett, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously this to be a controversial one for me to pick since he's my boy.
Yeah,
but yeah, and I did love that.
I hate him just because he's a Celtics fan, so it's not like I'm giving it somebody I like. I just give it. It was a good question, wasn't it? It's a good question this week.
You only want to give it to him because it's fucking Sixers colours.
I know, that's it. I'm going to throw in a Sixers hat to go with it. Just to really piss him off.
If he wears on the live at 5, I'll donate £5 to a charity of his choice.
There we go. And I'll
the hat.
Yeah. That's and I'll match that as well.
And I know he'll listen to this because we are one of his favourite podcasts. He tweets us every week, and he messages me every week. Like he still texts me now, being like, "I'll still piss myself at you calling the postman a salmon."
Yeah, that was a good one. Good one. So 23 episodes in. Nice episode this time. Something a little bit different. Kept it kind of on topic with All-Star, and then threw it back with some throwback jerseys and hit the question. So great pod. Seems like we know what we're doing now after 23 episodes-ish.
Maybe.
And, yeah. But I felt bad now because obviously eight podcasts in, we didn't do a Kobe one.
But we'll do a Kobe for 24.
So we're doing Kobe next episode?
Yeah, we'll do Kobe next.
So what we'll do with the Kobe one, because on the 8th, we were still pretty new to the concept of what we were kind of doing and trying to figure out where we were going. We'll do any Kobe jersey, 8 or 24. So that's what we'll do 100%. On the next one. So I appreciate you tuning in. As always, I appreciate everybody listening, everybody watching, everybody supporting. And we will see you next time. Peace.